All right. Let's go. Let's pause these jams, hot as they are, and game audio back and some game video. Oh yeah, shit. I keep forgetting. There we go. Flip of a coin. And it is game number 62. Man, it's so weird just seeing that number climbing and climbing and climbing. And we are arguably... well, I guess the math isn't that different. I was going to say, arguably even only 2 games left, depending on how you count the Telltale games. But the difference between 2 and 3, I guess, isn't staggering. But yeah. After this, all we have left is ARKHAM VR and the Telltale stuff. Seeing all these 100% is kind of satisfying too. A flip of a coin. Set after the events of Arkham Knight. Play as Robin as he attempts to take down Two-Face without Batman fighting by his side. Which, by the way, again, let's take a look here. We saw a bunch of Robin before, or at least a bit of him. With the original Tim Drake Robin skin. Let's mix it up a little bit. I mean, I like this. This is like a classic, quality classic Robin look. 1 year list. This is like the Reds. Yeah. It's kind of annoying in a way because I feel similarly as with Nightwing that like I feel like this is the one that looks the most sort of simple and clean comic booky. But it feels wrong to me to see Robin in just all red. At 60s Robin, which, you know, I think they did a good job with the costume and everything, but it's not my favorite. It bums me out that there's like, you know, there's 0 references anywhere to anything with the Schumacher movie universes. Like, I feel like almost every other like major incarnation, although I guess in this game there's, as far as costumes and stuff go, there's really no references to the animated series. You know, we've got some of the same voice actors and whatnot. I think we'll go with this one. But like in some of the previous games, they had actual like animated series skins, which, you know, I'm glad that they're not in this because they look weird. But I think they could have definitely adapted those designs. Like, they could have made a Batman and Catwoman, whatever, that kind of looked a little bit like that. Although, I guess with Robin, like, I guess this one is, like, close enough to what that would look like then, I suppose. In any case, outside of that, I feel like, there, you know, we've got the 89 Batman movie skin. We've got the, you know, the Nolan skin. We've got the Batfleck, Zack Snyder skin. There's the TV show skins and stuff. Like, man, I really would have liked to see, you know, for all the like the themed race stuff we talked about on the last stream, having one based on Batman and Robin with the giant statues. Like, that version of Gotham is so cool. It would be pretty fun to do a racetrack stuff based on that. But also just having the Batman Forever or Batman and Robin versions of Robin and Batgirl, for that matter. Batgirl doesn't get any alternate skins. She just has the... I guess she's not even in here? That's weird. We don't even get to look at her model. That's weird, actually. Or I guess she would be here. Anyone who doesn't have alternate skins, I guess, goes here. Because these are all like the character profiles. Well, I guess not. These are all just like... Well, maybe there's stuff to unlock. There's a lot of these we haven't unlocked. But I would have assumed that the DLC characters all, like... would have just been available here. I'm not sure if we get to see the Top Hat Joker from the Batgirl DLC either. Anyway, whatever. Who cares? I just want my anatomically correct rubber suits, alright? We got a Robin skin set up anyway, so let's go. Flip of a coin. Boom. Here we go. Hell's Gate.
You know, technically this is still our honeymoon, Barb. We should be on a beach. Honeymoon.
Who needs a tropical island when you've got a waste disposal facility to infiltrate?
I'm cracking up here.
Sorry. Alarm system's disabled. You're up?
I'm inside. Not on the beach.
Look, I'm not happy about it either. But Two-Face breaks out of jail. We can't just ignore that.
Batman's like, well, I'm done being Batman. I'm gonna turn into a weird Batman ghost, and then like fucking 2 days later, everyone just breaks out anyway.
What are we
of
looking
course.
at?
And I'm not seeing much waste disposing going on here. They're processing money. Lots of money.
Alright, we got a hacker dude over there, or like
Enough
jammer
to keep
or
me
whatever.
busy.
Be careful in there. It's different now. You're on your own.
What, leaving me already?
That's not what I...
Don't worry, Barb. I got this.
Where did all of this come from? I thought you... Don't let him go! Find them! That was easy. Well, the best...
Oh wait, I guess he saw me for half a second and then he didn't see me again. Not sure how that worked, but I'll take it. What do we even do here?
Make sure we get every last dollar.
Oh, I guess we can go all the way up here.
Where you wanna get dead? Boss, that's it.
Oh, there's a dude over there. Probably should walk a little less conspicuously. Wait, is that a...
Big Ron, we've got to do this alone. Kid's out of his depth. Should have quit when the bat died.
I guess I go here when we're done. Yeah.
Screaming for the bag to save you. I keep hearing about it, man.
A bunch of guys.
Find the street and kill it.
I thought there was a guy standing here, but it's probably right below me. Yeah, what kind of gadgets do we have actually? Explosive gel, snap flash. Okay. Seems exactly like the explosive gel that you can quick fire. Bullet shield. Sure. That doesn't look like a shuriken, but alright. Doesn't seem to have a lot of...
You think this is funny? He's out there waiting.
gadgets they won't need to use or can use. I don't know. Oh, okay. Well, let's go up here. These things are so disorienting. Oh, there's... Okay. That's not where I wanted to...
Help! Over
Oh.
here! He's getting away!
Well, that works, I guess. Not exactly how I planned that, but let's stick some explosives on here. Little R, of course. Now, I don't know if or when people are going to be nearby, but it's something that can be exploded and thus should be exploded. Oh yeah, I have a remote hacking thing. What else we got here?
Great! Try not to get my ass kicked.
Can I?
I say we go. Who's with?
I can't just like randomly throw that thing. I want to see if I can like get people to go over there. But I don't know. Can I not target anyone with this? Someone standing on the other side? Oh, they're way below. Well, I think one is as good as it's gonna get, so.
He gets to hide up there. That's how. He's fake, man. He's a coward. That's what he is.
I didn't say.
What happened?
I wonder if I could conceivably create kind of a multi-fear takedown situation here.
Is that this guy? Is he dead? Where are you?
Nice. Whoa! That guy went flying.
Okay. You're working your way through the room. Keep it up.
Nice. That actually worked out super well. Okay, not the thing I thought I was grappling to, but alright. Fuck! Okay. I wanted to drop down to the other side to set up an explosive over here. Alright, we got this. Okay, there's someone over here. Fuck. Whoa, that doesn't seem like a very safe place to stand. 4. Okay, there's more guys left than I thought.
Hey, think this guy's still breathing? Where? This way. See you there.
Shit.
What happened? I knew it.
Not pretty, but it works. Yeah. It's 2 guys left. 1 over there. 1 way over there. Okay. Wait, what is this?
Hey, buddy. I'm gonna check on this guy.
Invade.
Over here! Oh no! Somebody! Why is the furnace even on? He went this way!
Oh shit! Fuck. I did not think the other guy was so close.
Face it, Robin. You're half the man he was.
Oh well. God damn it. A lot of it actually went surprisingly well, I want to say, but alas. Well, there's a medic right there. It's probably take that guy out pretty.
Earlier, Mayor Gordon unveiled the Batman death. Makes me sick. Yeah, tell me about it. I wish there wasn't.
Oh yeah,
a felony
jammers.
conviction at the time.
Oh, that's why I took out that guy early last time. Now I'm remembering here. Set up Troy Baker. Yeah, it's a common.
Ghost caught him a few days back. Stop.
I hate that they like move around.
You hear about this ghost? There ain't no ghost. Okay?
Like characters who have the same gadgets but in different locations. That's kind of weird. Right.
I went to one of those Day of the Dead festivals. Fun. Celebrating the dead. It's weird. Yeah. Halloween. Yeah. Halloween. Great,
Might as well. It's pretty good. Look at the skulls. Alright. Keep forgetting like who has the jammer. I guess I can see where the jammer is. Yeah. There are definitely medics still around, so
Keep a lookout. What's going on? Anyone see him? Nothing. Me neither. Nada. Okay, keep looking. He's here somewhere.
alright.
Okay. You're working your way through the room. Keep it up.
Isn't Tim a better detective than even Batman? Well, I mean, in fairness, I don't think Two-Face was giving a an objective and nuanced analysis. I mean, maybe, but
He ain't getting up. Keep moving.
Fuck me. Okay, no, never mind. I thought I fucked it up. I just didn't recognize the animation.
Taken out over half. You got this, Tim.
Over half. How many of them are left? Well, I guess. Looks like a medic down there. Nope. Well, even so. Whoa. I wanted to do the environmental takedown.
Hey, what happened to you?
That's pretty satisfying. Like snatch him out of the other guy was. Shit. Oh, that is the guy with the jam.
Performance in the control room.
Okay, well that was it, I guess.
I'll make him talk.
Really?
What?
Nothing.
Barbara, I know when you want to say something.
Okay, it's just... You were always the good cop, weren't you?
Good cop, huh? Okay.
Oh, okay. There we go. Top floor.
Where is he?
I ain't scared of you.
Where?
Okay, I'll talk. He's in the main office, I swear.
Man, these thugs in Gotham,
Not
they've
bad,
got
huh?
Very scary, honey.
they've got exceptional confidence in their, you know, ability to not be instantly taken down with no problems by Batman
The good fight, huh?
and his associates.
I leave while you can.
All right, we got a new,
face me. Let's
another
see
new
if
unique
the boy
area.
Wonder can cope without the bat to hold his hand.
another.
You can do this, Tim.
Have you heard? Robin's here, and he took out the guys in the incinerator.
He's going for Two-Face.
Okay, so we got some.
Through here. It's the only way.
He's arriving here. He ain't going no further. Not alive anyway. He's got
There's sentry guns over there, and there's obviously a explosive,
all that time
explosive,
working with the bat.
somewhere between explosive and exploding wall behind the chain gun dude. So I assume I'm just meant to go through
Really?
No.
back there. I'm obviously not meant to pop up. Well, right, I can hack these things, but well, okay. Well, obviously we'll explore first.
How's it going?
Slow.
Tim, stop that. You're not him.
So everyone keeps telling me.
Good. I'm glad you're not. You can be better. I know it.
Yeah, fuck Batman anyway. It's a little heavy-handed, the writing, I think. But it's okay, I guess. I mean, I appreciate them wanting to kind of...
You feel abandoned. I know what that's like.
wanting
Let me
to
down too.
take this opportunity to kind of flesh out the kind of storylines and themes that they the seeds that they planted in the main game. But it's like I said, it just feels a little heavy-handed. So there's really nowhere else to go. Considering they're in bed with Joker, Two-Face, Mr. Freeze, Poison Ivy, Riddler, etc. You sort of need balls of
I'm gonna
steel.
try and get on one of those shipment trucks. Cross the border, grab a little
I mean,
R&R.
that's fair. I mean, it's. I don't disagree with that point. However, I think there's a difference between like just being, you know, having. Well, I guess we go up.
You know, I realized the other day, it's actually a pleasure.
Having the
to
nerves
work with you know who.
for that and being like. Excellent. That's exactly what I meant to do. Okay, cool. I can't grapple up. Right. Perfect.
There ain't no Batman to save you now.
But I feel like there's a difference between that and there's like, you know, everyone talking shit about like, yeah, I could take them. I don't know. I mean, you.
too much firepower for me to take head on. Gotta be another way.
I need to reset the explosive, don't I? Yes. Okay.
He's going for Two-Face.
That means he's coming through here.
It just ends up being a little funny, is all. It's, you know, it's fine.
Not alive anyway. He's got guts. I give him that.
How's it going?
But especially also, like, you know, you have a
I'm working with the family.
He thinks he's better than he is.
Yeah. that
because it's a
psycho
game
has some pretty
and it's
big
like
shoes to
action
fill.
focused and stuff needs to happen and everything. I feel like on average, like if you compare to an average Batman comic or movie or TV show or whatever, the sheer rate at which these thugs get taken out of action, like you feel like none of these guys can make it through a week
Let's
without
not screw up,
being,
boys. I want to stay off the boss's slightly less psychotic.
you know, beat up or worse.
Stay near the turret, okay? We'll be fine.
Okay, so I guess now we have a door, an opening there, so we can hack. What do we got?
Are we all still in one piece?
Can't shoot these things. I don't really understand how this snap flash thing works.
Calm. We'll be okay.
I can hack one of the guns, and presumably I'll need to hack the one in the center. But I don't know about dropping down.
You kidding me? There was about a dozen. What's up here?
We'll end up the same way if we don't keep it together.
Assuming I can't like drop down the chandelier or something. Can I glide in between here is the question. Well, I guess so. I'm just stuck. Okay, cool. Well, that didn't work.
Sorry, kid.
All right, well,
You should have stuck to
I think the other guy would not have turned around. So I probably should have just done a silent takedown and then disable the turret.
Have you heard? Robin's here, and he took out the guys in the incinerator.
He's going for
This
Two-Face.
section I feel is strange because, and this is actually I do remember not the specifics of this, but I remember from when I first played this there being a section where I was a little bit stuck and had to
Good.
All that time
took a couple of attempts to
Better than he is.
get through it. This presumably this section I'm remembering. But I think it's a little unusual the way it's designed because obviously this isn't the first section that is at least somewhat like this. But I feel like it's rare for these kinds of sections to be this particular about how you're meant to deal with them.
The big guy's down.
Stay near the turret, okay? We'll be fine.
He had a minigun, and he's not fine.
And like how
Happening out there? Everyone okay?
some kind of I didn't even realize you could do this. Well maybe if I do this guy first and then take down that guy, that's probably better. Yeah, because that'll just fast forward me right through here. Okay, I meant to destroy this other one, but I can't, I guess. I can still hack. I re-hack this? Yeah. Okay, I can't. Is it a switch?
I've managed to hack the
Okay.
cave system.
Well, maybe we can squawk him into submission.
Fine, Mr. Grateful. You get to listen to Harvey for a little bit longer.
Alright, can I... Alright, it just exploded it. There we go, okay. Yeah, but that's a weirdly specific, peculiar... I mean, it wasn't difficult, but it's like... It's not difficult to do what you're meant to do, necessarily. Like, what you're being asked to do isn't something that requires extraordinary skills. But it isn't, I thought, exceedingly clear what exactly you were asked to do. Like, the game gave you a lot of room to fuck it up. Which I think that's what made it a little awkward, because normally you don't have that much room to mess up, or at the very least, the game seems to usually design those kinds of sections with an intended solution, with enough room for alternate solutions and or just, you know, room for kind of improvising if things mess up and not just like instantly killing you. Yeah, that was pretty sick. I appreciate that each character has like their own different animations and stuff, but truly like
Got a good feeling about the future.
isn't that much variance ultimately. Or rather, some characters stand out more than others. Like obviously Red Hood is still a real standout character in terms of having fun, cool, unique feeling animations in combat. Wait, what was the... What are we doing here? Do I hack these things? Apparently. Okay. What exactly am I hacking here? Okay, so I guess they shouldn't all be that. I need to find a solution somewhere, I guess. There's some kind of do I just turn all of them the other way around? This is some two-faced thing, isn't it? Well, let's just try this. I don't... No, okay, never mind. I get it, because it's all burnt over here, see? And it's clean over here, so these are white. Oops.
Hey,
There we go, of course.
Jack you.
Heads up, Birdie! You let me win on the door, didn't you?
Listen, people with guns, definitely your thing. You're all over that.
You're dead!
Alright, well, I was gonna say this is a fun, different mechanic. It's a unique mechanic. It's not necessarily super fun. I want to say, I'm trying to remember, did we play as Robin in any of the other games? Because I feel like this has been a thing in a previous game. Maybe I'm mixing it up with some other character or some other game.
You're not the hero.
Alright. They're amping shit up here for sure. Like until you land like 3 or so hits, you start getting into like the proper free flow mode. Like you're kind of vulnerable. Oh shit! I didn't realize I was that low on life.
Sorry, kid. You should have stuck to the Little League.
Yeah, I think Deathstroke using swords. I mean, I guess there are enemies with swords, but at least they fight you, and your characters are all like super armored or whatever. I guess it'd be tricky to have it. Tricky to keep it non-lethal, I guess. Let's put it like that. He was using swords. There we go. I didn't mind it. Gave him a slightly different... Oh, okay. Vibe, at least. I didn't realize, really, I actually I'm dying a little quicker than I'm used to because I don't have any armor. Whoops, wrong button. Can I please not fuck this up? I guess that doesn't work. Whew, just barely. And yeah,
So the boy becomes a man.
any version of Deathstroke is better than the fucking tank bullshit in this game.
No, Tim!
Get shot. Hey, what's up, Aryoka? Nah, we're just playing through the DLC.
It wasn't brave coming here. It was stupid.
We're also playing the epic version, which doesn't have achievements, so there's that.
You're not the best.
No need to worry about that.
Never were, never will be.
Tim, get ready.
Sorry, kid. You can't do this all alone.
All right, is she gonna hack his gun via the internet? No big boss fight or anything here.
Crap back to GCPD.
We're not getting to that beach, are we?
Still, I like this. I think this was, you know, it's a little more
I think
meaty.
The honeymoon's over, Barb.
The fact that it's a little, like, it didn't have a bunch of recycled areas. Like, it was pretty, I don't know. I'm hesitant to call any of these great. But I think Harley Quinn, you know, maybe it's the most underwhelming because it was the first one. And I think of all the characters, I think Harley Quinn is probably my least favorite to actually play as. Because everyone else has kind of an equivalent set of abilities. Some characters can do more than others and more specific things than others. But Harley Quinn feels the most kind of gimped by her lack of stealth and some other things like that. But this had some neat little situations. The Catwoman one was, yeah, I don't know. But the Red Hood, like, it's the shortest and the most kind of underwhelming in that sense. But as far as a character that's actually unique and different to play as, Red Hood for sure, like, takes the cake. Yeah, Ninja Kitten, I think as far as, like, the Deathstroke thing, I think that's a reasonable guess. Makes sense to me. So, before we're done, let's see what we got here. Trash disposal. Okay, so this is pretty much the same as this. It's just like redoing the section from the main game. So, let's save this one. Let's see what other Robin stuff we got here. Credit crunch. Bank robbery. Okay. Oh yeah, we got this one. Stag's airship. Another one. Man, there's a lot of Robin. Use the Boy Wonder's Predator skills to dominate the militia in the heart of Gotham's financial district. I see. Batman and Robin. Dang. Holy shit, another one. Man, there's so many of them. Combat. Yeah, this is another one also just taken from that, I think. Yeah, Two-Face's hideout. Batman and Robin. Quarantine. Chemicals, militia guys. Okay, I'm just like skimming through here to see what we got. And this one, yeah, there's a lot of Robin ones. Let's start with some Predator stuff here. Bank robbery. Sure, mix it up. So, some of these are part of the DLC, like you get more characters and more missions and stuff. Some of them are just part of the main game or unlockable. Given that the version I'm playing comes with all the DLC and everything is just available, it's a little hard to determine exactly how that shit works.
Simulation activated.
But given that each of these little campaigns are so short, I just want to make sure that we get the opportunity to mess around a little bit with each of these characters.
It's
I was
Robin!
a little scared. Shit, it's not down yet. Well,
He's using the blood.
I'm out of here. Take down anyone's coming here. Well, some of these takedowns are continue to be a little confusing, but that's fine. These bank robberies are always so fucking hectic.
So much money.
Oh yeah, we can hack the escalator, right? It's almost... Could, but only if someone's there. Dude. That worked out. Got him. Oh shit. I wanted to see if I could get the escalator while he was still on it, but... Okay.
He's over here!
He fell down, and I pressed the drop attack button, and I fell down and just landed so softly next to him. That was annoying. I've definitely been able to knock dudes out hacking the escalators, so I'm not sure why that didn't work, but it might be like up to how far they fall or something. Not sure. Oh yeah. We don't need to be silent. I completely forgot.
Another man down, John. Another one.
Okay, I'm trying to drop down here. Gotta do one silent just to restock the... Did the new guy just spawn? Oh, that's not what I meant to do. Oh boy. So this isn't gonna work here, right? I can just punch a dude through here, but I can't. Oh, okay. Well.
I ain't never seen so much cash.
It's very hard to like keep track of shit because everyone keeps running really fast too.
I found him. Over here.
Like normally you can kind of scout where people are gonna be at. But tried a batarang, it didn't really work, but well. So open, there's so many dudes. They keep running really fast, like it's...
I found them! Over here!
Oh shit, should have just done this, I guess. Oh yeah, that's gonna be it. 12. Well,
Simulation complete.
I didn't feel like that went super great, but these ones are pretty damn difficult. Finish with a fear takedown. Take down 3 thugs without moving. I wonder how you do that. I mean, I feel like that's got to be a gadget thing. Is there something? Can you take out? Can you use the hack? Like, can you make 3 dudes fall down on an escalator or something? I'm not sure. All right. What? Where did we move up? Oh. We did it anyway. Let's see. Credit crunch. What's next? Nightwing and Robin. Stag there. Yeah, let's mix it up. Let's do a tag team challenge. Yeah, let me just do that. Oh, again, a minigun, dude. That's always a little bit annoying.
I've been to war zones nicer than this city.
Simulation activated.
That, yeah, that's a medic right there. We probably want to take out this guy if we can. Shit, they're kind of...
When this is over, I'm retiring.
Alright, good. Can I target that guy? I guess there's like...
Where I'd be now if the Arkham Knight hadn't found me.
I want to see if I could switch to Robin to take down this guy, but... it's not meant to be, I guess. So it's got... Oh man, it's gonna be tricky to remember which one of these characters has which gadgets here.
This is better than my last part.
Report in, all of you.
Roger.
There's an invisible guy right there.
Where are the others? You got men down out there. Check last location.
Oh, I guess they just do a loud takedown. Can I do it? Inverted takedown? Nope, I guess not. Okay, those the orange Batman marks, I guess, is for calling in airstrikes. You can only do it 3 times. Is that it? Oh boy, this is so awkward. What are the challenges anyway? I didn't pay attention. Glide kick an enemy with Robin. Ledge takedown. Alternate takedowns between the 2. I guess you do one and then the other right after? Or, oh, I guess you do... Okay, you don't do 2 in a row with the same guy, I guess. That sounds more work than it's worth. Let's get up. I mean, we can see if we can do a glide kick, though. It doesn't seem completely out of the wall. Okay. What the? Okay, cool. Fear takedown. That's not what I wanted to happen. Well, I guess they saw me as I was going there. I don't know. Okay, there's only 2 guys left, so we can't.
Call yourselves soldiers? Earn it.
Oh,
Nothing we can do for him. We spread out, get revenge.
then glide kick this guy then. do that. Whoa! Gun guy. Where is he? Oh, he's right there. I see.
This way, over here.
That's not what I meant to do. I wanted to do a shield bash. Did he fucking outrun me? Well, I guess maybe I could do a glide kick on this guy.
Target spotted.
Oh, yeah, I guess you could do like a team takedown of these guys too. Anyway, 0 stars, 3 minutes, 14 seconds. We'll take it. We got a lot of these to get through with Robin. So weird that it resets us to this one and not like the top one or whatever. Oh yeah, I just realized, it didn't even occur to me that the little yellow arrow on the top left, I guess means DLC. But some of them might be orange, like this might also be DLC, but it's not yellow because it's also like unplayed. Who knows? Oh, have another one of these anyway. More militia, more medics, I guess. Well, there's one in the picture anyway. I'm sure they're gonna have a couple. Corner takedown, no, not being seen. Detective mode jammer last. Not being seen is going to be the trickiest for sure, because it's easy to be seen. This is a cool location, but it's also going to be tricky as fuck to just keep track of. There's so many like vulnerable angles, like it's yeah. That guy's like designed for you to take out immediately. You might as well, right? So, question is, we got an invisible guy in there, which actually doesn't really matter if I'm not gonna unjam. Yeah, it's not really what I'm. Well, okay. Smash down. I want to see if he was going to keep walking. There we go. Might as well, you know? That's 1 star, even if we fuck up. I mean, we got 3 for now, but that's because we haven't, you know... easily lose stars. Couple of guys over there. I guess we need to, like... the more likely way to fuck this up for me, yeah, would be to accidentally take out that guy. So that's the jammer guy with the radio waves or whatever. If I'm to save this guy for last, I need to deliberately save him for last, so...
Get over here. Man down
Oh,
located.
shit. Hmm.
Out of my way.
Yeah, okay, fuck. I thought... Ah. Should have just done that. I got so greedy there. I wanted to do fear multi-takedown. I didn't... that was just too greedy. Too greedy. So this is what's kind of annoying with these missions being so large. Like, I still feel like I don't want to redo... Oh, God. Drones. Oh, okay. Never mind. I thought there was like a drone right over the edge of the building here. I guess not.
There's no sign of a struggle. Someone snuck up on him.
I can't see how many people are left either.
Back in the fight. We're busy here.
The physicality here is just insane.
Keep quiet and take them out one by one, right? Not Not today. Team up. Watch each other's
Yeah,
back.
there's just so many different kind of angles to cover. I mean, granted, the place I actually did get spotted, it was very much avoidable. But even so, that was like the first time ever he's done that kind of dive, and it didn't screw me over. Oh yeah, I don't have the voice thing. All right. Can hack something.
This isn't good. No. No, it's not. There's no sign of a struggle. Someone snuck up on him. It's like I couldn't breathe. What was that? Fine, get going from the middle of something.
He's using stealth and sneaking up behind you. Keep all directions.
Very stealthy, very stealthy.
Someone cover me. I'm checking their wounded. Where? Over here. I'll keep watch.
Alright. The fact that it's so open means that, like, even from here, like, that guy can't see. Like, their range that they can see is, like, very, very short. Feels a little weird in some way. Oh, we just have him pile up here. That's fine by me. Still could see. Alright.
Mind those Spanish points.
What the hell?
Did I take out the jammer? Nope, he's still alive. Good. Okay. He's right there.
Show me courage, not fear.
It's gonna be tricky to know. I just dawned on me that it's not super easy to know if he's the last guy left. I feel like he definitely could be the last guy right now. But I don't know that to be true for a fact. Let's... Okay, well... Oh yeah, I was gonna say, oh, he wasn't. But no, he was. There was a little delay. Damn, like, we actually almost did it because well... Yeah, I was gonna say... except for the one time I got discovered... But even when I got discovered, I didn't, like... It's not like I abused that, so to speak, to take out a bunch of guys or whatever. I completely fucked up. But it's easy to say, hey, I completed it, except for the things I didn't complete, you know? Yeah, so this one had a little orange exclamation mark, but now that I have played it once, it doesn't have it. But it does have the yellow thing, which I think, the yellow arrow that I think means it's DLC. As Batman, trap an enemy in a sealed room. As Robin, take out the enemy from inside the room. That sounds like a hassle and a half. Order Batman to take out an enemy while controlling Robin. Half with Batman, half with Robin. Man, there's so much, like, management to keep track of that shit, but let's go for it. I guess the one thing I could do fairly easily is to the one play as Robin and order Batman to take him out. That's simple enough.
Simulation activated.
Gotta, like, aim the camera away somewhere else so I don't accidentally target someone to switch to Robin. Yeah, like I can do that.
This is better than my last posting.
Simple enough. Ooh, okay, there's a bunch of dudes there. areas like these are pretty fucking scary because there's so much like open ground and corners and angles that are people can sort of show up from out of nowhere.
I need to get to a high safe point so I can cover Robin when he attacks.
I try to tag. That's kind of crazy, like weird. I'm not used to hearing Batman's voice. Like with the other characters, they don't have voice lines to explain that stuff. But with Batman, like I guess in the in the main game. What the? Why would I try to stand on that corner? That's a bad spot to be in, I think. Nope, they just... Okay, sure. Yeah, dude, the bots are on patrol. There's, I mean, there's been a lot of them lately, but even more than usual today. Yeah, I can't remember I can hack those things to blow dudes up. That's good to know. Or, like, good to try to keep in mind.
Cheap shot! I'll give you that one for free. Pair up! Watch your backs!
Not a problem. Let's see if he's okay.
Build a fear meter. It's not really a meter, but...
How'd he get another one? No! Nothing we can do here. Spread out and find it.
Okay, that's not how I thought that would go, but I'll take it. I wanted to do a ledge takedown, but...
He's over there! Come on!
Alright. 2 guys left.
Nothing we can do for him. We spread out.
Okay. Yeah, might as well. Oh, don't worry about it, Sword Fam. That's fine. You're a mod. That doesn't mean it's your job to be here all day. That's fine. All right. That was that. I feel like 1 star. I gotta be happy with 1 star. Vertigo, uncontainable, sky high. Is that the last one? Yes. Okay. All right, let's do it. Let's do this one. Let's do the combat challenges, and then we do the last one, which is the first one or whatever. But
I've been to war zones nicer than this city.
Simulation.
well, the city is a war zone essentially. So let me fix that. I've been to war zones that had less fucking tanks littering the streets, I'm sure. Or, well, I mean, I haven't, but yeah.
Stay alert, everyone.
Oh, shit. I'm out of here. Oh, boy. Let's, down low. Let's go down low here. Ooh, there's a medic. I'd like to pick up this guy. Can I get up here? Is this not a hatch? I guess not. Shit. I guess they see me. Alright, okay. Yeah, I got a little greedy, but in kind of a different way. This ain't going great. This ain't going great. I was gonna say, I'm not sure if there was another guy like right next to me.
Simulation failed.
Let's try that again.
Simulation
I can definitely take out this guy right away, though.
Everybody stay sharp.
Like, these grates that you can use to go down to a lower floor are always scary because it's like very difficult, if at all possible, to see. Right, this is where I fucked up. What's on the floor below.
When this is over, I'm retiring.
How can I not do a corner takedown? Oh. Ooh, this is dicey. Please turn to your left. I'm gonna do that.
Wonder where I'd be now if the Arkham Knight hadn't
Did he
found
see me? He reacted to something, that's for sure.
Stay alert, everyone.
This is a little nerve-wracking, but seems fine. There we go. Yeah, I just can't really get behind him from the, it's like the arrow, angle's too narrow.
Report in, all of you.
Roger. Copy. Copy that. Where are the others?
There's a man down at the entrance.
I found it. Injured man over here.
I was gonna say, they're gonna want to get a medic there. Question is, how do I... Oh, there he is. There's really no shot at getting to any of those guys without being seen, though.
I need some space here.
They're gonna, like,
Come on.
actually
wake
cover
up.
him. Actually, I should probably fucking make use of this opportunity. Take down someone else.
No sign of a struggle. Someone snuck up on him. 1 minute I was fine. Next I couldn't breathe and just passed out. Get back in the fight. We're busy here.
Yeah, I was wondering how long it would take before you pulled that move. No one goes alone. Work in pairs and find him.
Buddy up. Don't let him get you.
Behind the corner here.
What's your location? In the middle of the damn room. Open your eyes. Coming.
Being, yeah, this is nerve-wracking.
Out of my way.
But I should possibly be able to.
Can you hear me? You got another.
Right.
We're losing control. I saw something move under the floor.
Fuck.
I think he was attacked from in there now.
I feel like I should be able to do a fear
We're in trouble here.
takedown thing directly from the grate, but it's so like inconsistent and confusing.
This'll flush him out. Deploying
Annoys me.
thermobaric charge. 3, 2.
All right, we can go through here, I guess. Alright, flush up parts here, but not really the whole way around.
Space here.
Oh, this is annoying. Oh, the minigun guy is gonna be.
Got another. We're losing control of this. Everybody, fan still have him outnumbered. This isn't like the drills. He's faster than I thought.
There we go. Took out another medic and a group of them anyway, so. Alright, those are the only guys left.
Start checking for men down. How does he keep
Which
doing
means that I guess there are no medics left, which is good.
We wouldn't be in this mess. Hey, watch your mouth. Those chimps would make better soldiers than you. Leave them. We need to look out for ourselves. I'm gonna check on this guy. I'll cover
Oh,
you.
okay. Just let back.
How does he keep doing this? If you idiots could keep your eyes open, we wouldn't be in this mess. Nothing we can do here. Spread out and find him.
I would have venturing out of that location. Keep him pinned down.
Placing sentry
Like, just
gun.
didn't notice. Do that. Doesn't really matter if they heard it. In fact, it's like almost good. I like that he's gonna like run past the piles of like 12 knocked out dudes to specifically realize that one more dude has been knocked out that wasn't knocked out before. You know, I understand it, it makes sense, but it is a little funny. That's how it goes. Shit. Ah. Ooh, wait, is this?
Tricky. He comes out of nowhere.
I thought that was another one of those, like,
Simulation complete.
knock him out through the wall. But, hey. We got to do one special takedown. Take out an enemy with a power cell. Stun all of the medics at the same time. Damn, these are some, like, yeah, very challenging goals. But the thing is, too, like, because there's so many of these challenges, by completing all three, you get one extra, like, upgrade points for the main game. There's, there's plenty of potential points to go around. Sky High. That's the last one, right? Until we do this one. Okay, so let's do some combat. Scales of Justice. This should be a nice change of pace.
Simulation activated.
Poke him with the stick. Alright. Should get a decent bonus, right? No hit, perfect free flow. Gotta mix up the variation though. Shit. Camera, alright. Man, it seems really stingy with points here. Am I gonna get multiple stars in the last one? I mean, I still got... I don't know, it's like tough to create, to get like variation when... Too greedy again.
He took out the big guy.
That's fine. I thought that guy was not dead. Alright. Fuck. We should be able to get 2 stars at least, right? Man, this feels It's weird. Like some of these challenges are just way more
Cut you up, freak.
generous, I guess,
You up.
than others.
Hey, this guy's over here.
Oh, I'd probably get it actually with the bonus, right? Yeah. No. Well, okay. Yeah. Plus 2 points even. No hit, perfect free flow. Nice. We got a good final round that made up for a lot of it. Yeah, we got 5K, 3K, 4K, 23K. Oh, we did it. 3 stars. Nice. Turn to menu. Primarily, Batman and Robin duet. Let's go for it. Ugh, more of the big guys, more shield guys.
Simulation activated.
Oh shit! I was so confused there because I didn't realize I would play as Batman. Nope. Oh my god, I'm fucking up everything here. Okay. Alright. Made it roughly. Okay, I was gonna say 2/3 of the way. I guess almost to 1 star in the first round, so that's alright. Yeah, are we robbing now? Yeah. It feels like, you know, the camera angles, the zoom ins and stuff when you do the knockouts, like, I don't mind it. I think it's cool that it's there, but it's weird to me that it's like, even after all these games, they still haven't been able to figure out a way to make them, like, not super confusing whenever they happen. Oh, that's not the guy who I was aiming for, but fine. Like, I understand that it's kind of tricky to have to figure out ways to, like, have it transition smoothly, any angle and pose and whatever, but it's still, I don't know, it kind of cracks me up the way camera always seems to do, like, an additional full rotation. Okay, we're done. Oh, we're not done. There we go. Oh boy, 3 stars seems more challenging here. Because that was round 4, wasn't it? Or was that round 3? Oh, that was round 3. Okay. Well, we can do it. You just gotta not fuck it up. Mean to aim at that guy. Made me drop my combo. That's so annoying. Also, I just looked at the score and we're good. There we go. Ah. Yeah, I gotta say, like, I appreciate these things being in the game, and I think that they're largely well designed, and I think it makes sense, and I think it's a good use of assets and mechanics and stuff that's already in place to make sure that there's all this stuff. But like I said, and especially now more so, I guess, it's starting to wear a little thin doing all of this over and over. Okay, we got Quarantine, Precinct, Assault on GCPD, Teen Titan. There's what, 4 left? Yeah. Okay. None of them seem to be super special. Like, we played a bunch before that had special rules, like infinite enemies or a timer or that kind of thing, but these seem very straightforward so far.
Simulation activated.
Mix it up. Weapons. That should be a good score. There's a lot of content. Not sure if I have the patience to do all of it. Yeah, for sure. Like, I mean, even when I first bought this game when it was new and I was excited to play it, like, I did some of this stuff, I'm sure, but the racing stuff I like didn't even touch. Most of the Predator stuff I didn't even touch. And that's, yeah. And what's up, Gundam? That doesn't even account for this, all of the stuff that's in the actual game with the Riddler trophies and all that. There's no shortage of that. Oh, that's not what I was aiming for, but fine. Weapons are super useful, actually, because they let you take out these kind of enemies. Well, okay, normally. I don't know what happened there. Weird. Anyway, I feel like we're on pretty good way to get 30k. That was just round 2. Yeah, there could be something just really exhausting about, like, even if obviously it's all, you know, it's not mandatory, but it can be just, its presence can be a little exhausting. You know, it's the same thing as kind of, it's the same thing as having like microtransaction advertised on the main menu. Like, you know, no one's forcing you to buy anything, but the suggestion that it's like expected can be enough to be a little off-putting for sure.
Now, Robin.
Just as an example. I don't think it's like a perfect equivalency, of course, but there's something similar about those kinds of things, I feel. Did everything except the Riddler. Yeah, I mean, it's by far the most egregious, like, long-winded thing. Oh yeah, we're already done here. Okay. So, well, I mean, we're not done, but... Fuck's sake.
Let's see what Batman taught you.
Trying to hit that guy.
You're too weak, kid.
They're so fast. God damn it. The fat guys, well, they're not fat. The big guys' attacks are like specially designed to be annoying because they attack way faster than anyone else. And they wait to attack until you start like attacking someone else. Am I gonna fucking fail this?
I'm gonna cut you up.
We'll see if I can do this. I guess you can't shield bash those guys.
Just try it. I dare you.
Okay, I'm just gonna do the instant takedown.
Come on, Lieutenant. Can't hurt me, Team Wonder. Can't hurt me, Robin.
Batarang that guy! Fuck's sake.
Touch this.
Controls seem like not really cooperating to an unusual degree. Not who I was aiming for. Jesus Christ! I'm not sure what happened there. Like,
Simulation failed.
I mean, technically, I didn't. Oh, dude, I don't know what. That was so strange. I can't even form sentences. That was so weird. Like, it just kept targeting the wrong guy over and over.
We'll make a man out of you, Robin. We're here to...
Fuck that up. I started thinking too much about using gadgets, so I got my buttons mixed up and dropped the combo. But given the, yeah, the score wasn't really a... much of a concern last time, so I'm not too worried about it. I keep dropping combos in really strange ways. And I'm not getting the gadgets. I'm like, I feel like something's weirdly glitched with this mission in particular. I don't understand it. Like, I pressed the quick fire command for the shield bash, and I just got a batarang.
No one can hurt you now. Ready to get fried?
Medic trying to resuscitate the other medic. Can't have that.
I'm gonna give you... Running the traffic just cost you your life.
that up. That's fine. Oh, shit. Whew. So, twirl there. Okay, let's hope my controls work better here. Do I start with full health? It's time. Fuck's sake! Want to take out the medic, but fine.
Ready to get fried, bird boy? Dodge this! Take him down! Try and hurt me now.
Why they fucking lock on like that? Oh.
Smash him!
Alright, we should be fine now. Ah, that was weirdly sweaty. I don't know what was going on there. What we got there? Eventually.
Simulation complete.
Whew. I'm starting to get really hungry. I need to wrap this up quickly. Let's see. That was all right. Teen Titan, infinite number of thugs. Okay. Well, that means we don't have a bunch of waves and shit. Let's do it. Let's knock this one out. Do the last Predator thing, and then we're shit. I was gonna say then we're done with the Arkham games. Not quite, because there's Arkham VR next up, which I guess is part of the same series, more or less.
Simulation activated.
Let's not get ahead of ourselves, though. No. Fuck, like, can't do the ground takedown. Dudes keep spawning so quickly. I can't see shit. Drone happened there. Okay, you can't do that move on those guys. Good to know, I guess. Thought I did it before, but not a lot of room to maneuver here. It's gonna be really hard to even see what's going on. Oh, right, you gotta do this, and then you start beating down on them.
I'll slice your fingers off one by one.
We'll do that, and just use the special moves on this guy instead. Another big guy's probably gonna spawn, but not who I was aiming for, but fine.
Everyone wants you dead, Robin. We're here to...
Pretty satisfying. What the? How did I miss, like, the giant crowd? That's so weird. It's like making room. I thought for sure, like, oh, it's gonna be super satisfying to do the weird, like, giant swing thing when I'm surrounded by a big crowd, but it's kind of the opposite. Kind of doesn't really work.
Where are what?
That thing works wonders, though. Shit. Just missed the shield bash for no good reason. Didn't get the move for some reason. Whoa. This guy. Alright, I think we got the score here. Can be pretty much done here. Surprised there haven't really been any gun guys yet, though. Though arguably, electrical guys are worse. It's funny too with the the ninja enemies; they get sprinkled out, so you know, sprinkled in maybe. There's some of them. There we go. But not that many of them. You'd think they'd throw in a pile of them. Ooh, that's kind of exhausting. But I think that was the last combat challenge. So let's head back to the... No, wrong button. What was it? The refinery, the industrial, whatever. Yeah. Oh, whew. I thought this was another one. No, this is the one we just did. Trash disposal, right. Take out Two-Face's thugs in Hell's Gate Waste Disposal Facility. That's quite the name for a facility like that. Let's do it. Let's do it. I keep looking over to my glass here because I'm thirsty, but every time I look over it, I'm reminded, like, oh yeah, right. I ran out. Something to drink. But I want to see this through. But I'm going to reward myself with a nice big glass of water as soon as we're done here.
Activated.
Well, it seems like a good place to start. Is there challenges? Leave detector mode jammer until last. Okay, I'm about to lose that one. Perform a shield bash on two thugs. No sentry takedowns. All right, we're about to get 0 stars here, guys. Yep, that's the 1 star gone. Oh, come on. There we go. I'll do a little ledge takedown action. That guy might see me if I walk out right in front of him. Just, you know, he might. Another guy right there too. Shit. Can I? I can hack shit, but I can't. No voice commands. Wait, this isn't helping. Down, however, might. Oh, hello. That's a funny sound. Dude, fucking another sentry.
Huh? This guy. Is he dead? Where you at? Why the money conveyor?
Where'd he go? Shit, I can't see them behind all these. Oh, okay, they're outside. Well, that guy's not outside.
What happened to you?
Fuck's sake. Okay. Man, so close also.
Over here! There he is! He's getting away again!
God, you know what? Fuck it. Let's. This is gonna be annoying to recover from, and I'm gonna be in such bad condition that I might as well.
Simulation activated.
Should not have hesitated there, but okay, sure, I'll take out that one, I guess. Oh, I can probably take out both. That's not the dude. Well, I mean, I'll take him out anyway, but he must have changed places with the jammer guy. Interesting. Oh, there he is. I'm not going to be too concerned with stars, so let's just do this. Ah, interesting. I can hack that thing. That's not what I meant to hack. Hack that. Well, okay. Well, not mutually exclusive, I guess. Oh, shit. All right, so can't even talk. All right, Sword Fam is what I meant to say. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for your moderator duty. Take care. See you around. Okay, so we can explode something or other. Can't. I don't voice. Ah. Can't. I don't have a ventriloquist bot. Maybe they will.
Sentry guns busted.
Reconvene there.
Sentry guns busted.
Oh, that's the hacking thing in front of me. That. Don't have to worry about that.
Oh God, someone's down!
Whoa, 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 whoa. That worked out. I didn't realize it would pan back and forth. I thought it was gonna keep spinning. Alright, maybe if someone goes to check on the sentry gun, they'll get close to the wall. GoFeet27, what's up? Having fun? Alright. I've been at this for quite a while now. We've been playing through all these games and all the DLC, and been playing today for about 6-7 hours, so I'm a little tired. But I like these games, so it's certainly not all bad. Alright, let's hack that, I guess. Oh shit, I didn't realize. Okay, I can probably take out 2 guys with this at least. Yeah, I might as well. Yeah, there's like a whole slew of guys over there. Luckily, they can't see this far, so they got very short. Never mind. Shows how much I know. Alright. Fuck it, I'm out of here. Shit.
I'm gonna see how bad this guy's hurt. By the money conveyor. Hey, quick about it.
I'm not sure, like, there's gotta be a use for that. Oh, okay. That explosive wall. Like, I'm not sure how you're... Like, in the main game, there was at least one guy, like, sort of standing here. I'm not sure what guys are supposed to sort of route over there and how to make use of that. That's fine. Surely not that many guys left at this point. 6. Fuck, it's quite a few still. Might as well take this out so it doesn't give us any nasty surprises when we least expect, or well, I mean, technically, I guess in the surprise it's always being least expected. But you know what I mean. That kind of seems fairly vulnerable. Wait for him to come up a little closer, or just for me to know which way he's gonna head. Alright, I should be able to just do a one of these. Already heard a bunch of noise, might as well make it quick. Shit. Well. Can I... What the... Why could I not destroy that thing? That was weird.
This'll flush that freak out. Deploy charge. 3, 2, 1. He ain't getting up. Keep moving.
I'm gonna check on this guy.
Where is he?
By the drop-off point.
I'll keep watch.
A little scary. Have the guy right next to you, but works out. Okay, we're not out of the woods yet. There's what? 3 guys left? 2 guys? 2. Can you walk through? Like, this doesn't seem safe, but okay, no, it's fine. Oh shit, I thought he was heading up those stairs. Okay, man. X-ray vision can be confusing.
He's gonna be okay. I'll keep watch.
Okay, we got him. Man, 6:38, 9, whatever, and counting.
Simulation complete.
That's the longest one for sure. I mean, I took the longest anyway. I didn't necessarily do a great job, but oh, we did it. And I believe, if everything is as intended here, that's it then. That was the last Robin mission that we did. Or, well, I mean, it was the last one we did, but it's the last one, and we did it. See, my capability of speech is rapidly declining here. So I guess that's time. Close enough. And, yeah, that is Flip of a Coin and associated challenge DLC done. So, let's exit to desktop. Leave this thing behind. hop on over here for some statistics. We might as well do some bookkeeping here. Let's get some jams going also. That's a little loud. That's better. Good game. Yeah, we got it. We got it. Feels good, man. Feels good, man. It's a little anticlimactic in a way because, again, this is after 20-something hours of Arkham Knight and 6-something hours, I guess, of DLC. Well, that's just today, so probably closer to 8 hours. Let's see here. A flip of a coin has been completed. Surprisingly, at least going into this, the longest one. But I guess it makes sense because there was just so many fucking Robin challenge maps. Hey, opponent puts up. Yeah, thanks, guys. We got it. We got it. Let's unbolt this and make it green. And it's crazy, man. We are fucking in the final 3. 137.30. And next up will be Arkham VR. So, Arkham VR, obviously, is not going to happen today. We've already been streaming for 7 hours. I have the game. I have a PlayStation VR. I have one Move controller. I believe the game requires 2, but I'll need to do some research. And I'm pretty sure I can borrow... freeze. That's actually not the worst idea. I can probably do that right now. It didn't actually really occur to me. That's a good idea. I can probably just do that right now. All right, it looks a bit fucked up, but I think yeah, there we go. That's better. Thanks. Pretty good good advice, good call, and better late than never, I guess. We got 3 games left, but we'll keep this around for posterity, of course. Yeah, the VR, I've heard it's like an hour long or something like that. But yeah, so I'm pretty sure I can borrow a Move controller from work. I'm pretty sure we have those, or at least I can source one from somewhere in addition to the one I have. But I'm going to need to do a little bit of testing to make sure I can get it up and running and have everything work. So I have a PSVR. I've not used it much. What little I have used it, at least here, like at my desk, it has not worked very well. Like the drift issues are very real. Like I've been playing Tetris Effect, and I'd be playing it like this, and like the screen, like the orientation just keeps drifting. So I find myself sitting like staring up here to see where the screen is. And like, yes, there is a reset function, but it's very easy to like not think about it when it drifts. Like it drifts a lot faster than it should, but it's still gradual and slow. It's not like whoop, like it just moves like that. So you don't really think about it when you're immersed in it. So it's a little awkward. And I think I want to say, I mean, I've heard that about PSVR in general, that it drifts, but also I think it's exacerbated by the fact that I'm sitting so close to everything. Like it's recommended that you sit like at least 2.5 meters away from the camera, I think, to make it work well. And if I do that, I'd have to sit like, I don't know, over here. So maybe that's what we're going to do for that. Maybe I'm just going to try and sit really far away and see if it makes it work any better. And also got to be a little careful not to smack into everything. So it's a little scary, the prospect of playing VR, let alone streaming it. But the practical aspects of controllers and making sure I can capture everything and all that stuff needs to be set up. And hopefully I'll find the time to do that in the coming week. But I'm not sure when. Like, I'm still hoping that we can finish these last few games before March is over, which is going to be somewhat tight, but not impossible by any means. We've got over a week left. There's one full weekend left in March, so I think we can do it. But we could end up with, like, I don't know. I need to take the time to set things up for Arkham VR, but it's also possible that I'll hit on any kind of snags. You know, I don't know that I won't. So I'll need to double check everything, and that means realistically, I think Arkham VR I mean, it could happen on some weeknight in the coming week. But it's possible that I won't really find the time to want to dig into that stuff immediately. Or especially if something doesn't work, or if I have trouble sourcing a second move controller or that kind of thing. So hopefully we won't run into any massive delays, but I would expect the next few streams to not be Batman related. So we're gonna probably run into a short delay, but it might not be notable at all because, you know, the schedule hasn't been super even for when we're playing these games anyway. And because I'm somewhat eager to get these games done, it might be a complete non-issue. And then the Telltale games are presumably not super long either, right? Like a couple of hours, I would assume, for both of them. Or, I mean, for each of them, rather. So we'll see. We're very close to the end here. And as I've mentioned in the past, but worth noting again, that I have two extra kind of things that I want to do after completing the last games. First, I want to do, and this is not a guarantee, but I would like to do some kind of a Lost Tapes special, because if we're navigating this document here, we'll see. We'll type in this, by the way. If you go to the very top here, you'll see that there's a couple of games. Batman for the Game Boy, I believe. Batman for PC Engine. No, it's... Wait, maybe... I guess we'll need to check. No, right, it's the arcade one. The Mega Drive, PC Engine, and arcade games based on the first Tim Burton movie, as well as the NES Return of the Joker. The VODs of those games were unfortunately lost due to a screw-up on Twitch's part. I had made highlights, but Twitch, for a certain period of time, there was like a week or something where any highlights made of VODs from that period were accidentally deleted. So they're gone. And they are not on YouTube because I hadn't thought to export stuff to YouTube. After that is when I started doing that. So unfortunately those are lost, which means that it would be fun to take a stream. And you can see there the times. PC Engine Batman was like the longest. So it's certainly not inconceivable that I could take a stream and just play all 4 of those games. Maybe not to completion, like the PC Engine Batman is cool. But we might just do kind of a special wrap-up sort of thing to take a look at those games, just to have them on record. So that's the one thing I want to do. The other thing I want to do is a proper finale where I mean, I haven't really like made a program for it or anything, but the one thing I would absolutely want to do, the number one thing, is to rank every single Batman game. When I did my Mortal Kombat series retrospective 2.5 years ago or so at this point, shit, it was ages ago. Yeah, it was like 2017 over the summer and fall. The final episode I did was like a ranking of games and ranking of characters and some predictions and for future MK games and stuff like that. That was actually really, really fun. And the thing is, like, obviously I've got some thoughts in my head about roughly how I would rank certain Batman games, but I think it would be really fun to just make a numbered, top list with kind of motivations for each rankings, because I know that my rankings of these games are going to be kind of controversial, if you want to use that word. At least I know that my tastes in games in general are a little bit eclectic, and in Batman games in particular. Yes, I did beat PC Engine Batman. I played through the whole thing. Trying to remember, I must have actually played it on emulator, but I guess now we can actually play it on real hardware, because I do have my PC Engine right here. So I mean, that's kind of a bonus. Yeah, let me scroll back here. So I mean, we played all of them, and the green ones, I mean, it's a little And yeah, you can, of course, let me just do this. You have a link right there to the document if you can... of course, if you're watching on mobile or whatever, it's a little tricky, but you have a link right there if you want to check anything. My rough indication is some of these colors are up for debate, I guess. But green basically means that we completed the game. Yellow means that we played through the whole thing, but using some kind of cheats. And red means that we gave up. So there's a handful of games that were just too hard for me, and I didn't want to bang my head against the wall for however many hours it would take. Amiga Batman definitely did not get beaten legit, but... And that's what I mean. Some of these colors are a little arbitrary. I beat it using, I guess, infinite lives. Which, in my opinion, is like how I would have been playing that game back in the day anyway. So, But absolutely, that's what I mean. Some of these colors are like, you know, very much up for debate. Early on, like, I didn't really think too much about it, so I think some of them... Yeah, you'll see there's some qualifiers there. How I beat it. So, like... NES Batman we beat using save states just to practice some boss fights a little easier. But I still could, like... I didn't use save states to have to replay less of a section on game over. That kind of thing. Like, obviously, if people are upset about my standards for completing games, that's totally cool. And I even expressly set the expectations are up top. The goal is to explore the history of Batman games. Beating every game legit is not the goal of this. Because if beating every game legit was the express purpose of this, we might still be stuck on game number 1. If we finished game number 1, we would almost assuredly be stuck on game number 2. Because those games are kind of impossible. And if we weren't stuck there, we'd be stuck on game number 3. Like, I knew I had to sort of set that expectation immediately because the first games are some of the hardest ones, or some of the kind of most ridiculous bullshit ones. So the whole purpose for me was always to just kind of go on a journey through the history of Batman games and hopefully see as much as possible of as many of these games as possible. But the games that I were unable to complete, I don't feel too bad about. In any case, we are only a few games left from having done all of them, and I don't foresee any problems completing these games. Yeah, I have the Super SD3 system for my PC Engine. In fact, the release of that piece of hardware was kind of what got me to bite the bullet and finally buy a PC Engine. And I'm really happy with it. The only issue I've had was really upsetting, actually, but we played... or we wanted to play, rather, Cobra, the second Cobra adventure game on the PC Engine, but it kept freezing. We couldn't get past, like, the first scene in the game, basically. The first Cobra game had some freeze crashes that we were able to get around, but Cobra 2 just, we could not get through a part of the game where, like, really early on, too, which I guess is better than playing half of it and then have it freeze. Which is like, okay, I'll play that game on emulator. We'll probably play the English Mega CD version at some point, but it's annoying to have games sort of freeze. I mean, you can't be too upset about it, but other than that, I've been really happy with it. It works super well, and you get RGB picture that I'm super happy with, even though I know some people are, you know, do mods to remove the jail bars and stuff like that, but I'm super happy with it. Yeah, the Batman game, I think you need exceptional patience for. Honestly, the driving stage was the hardest for sure. The final stage is difficult, but even with infinite lives, you still, like, you don't respawn in position. You still have to redo... I think there were checkpoints, but, like, I think having infinite lives puts the Amiga game at, like, a reasonable level of challenge that makes it fun. I think we spent more than 50% of the time playing the game on the driving level. So the Amiga Batman game was 2 hours, and I think we spent over an hour on the driving stage. But it was really fun. It was a cool driving stage, just like super strict timer. What are my thoughts on the arcade game by Atari? I think it's like... sort of cool. I like the idea of making kind of a... I think, you know, Rolling Thunder which is kind of the template for that game. I think it's a suitable enough template for a Batman game. I really appreciate the lengths they went to make it, you know, it's very clearly built on the movie. You know, it has not just the pictures and the voice clips, but the stages, everything is there. You know, there's nothing in that game that isn't from the movie, basically. Which is not something you can really say for any other video game. Like, there's many games based on it, but all of them are, you know, take varying degrees of liberty with the plot and characters and visuals and everything. I wouldn't say that I think it's the best looking game out of all of them. It's a little dopey looking. Batman himself isn't super cool. But it's cool to see how faithful it is to the movie. It's very annoying and difficult, and I wouldn't say that it's a great game, but it's neat. It's neat. It's probably the weaker of the Batman arcade games, and arguably weaker of the Burton Batman movie games, because they were all good for the most part. But I don't dislike it. I mean, we'll see when push comes to shove where it ends up on the ranked list. Even if I did know where I would put it, I would not. I wouldn't give it away because we gotta save that for the finale. But it's not a bad game for sure. Not a bad game. All right, so we got to do one more thing here, also, of course, and we're doing this as kind of a group thing here, so to speak. We're doing it in a batch. You'll see what I'm talking about in a second, because we are doing boom. Here we go. Some statistics for the appearances of villains, some rogues gallery statistics here for all of the DLC stuff that we played today. Batman Returns today, played the Super Nintendo, MD, and Sega CD games. Well, we played the Super Nintendo and Mega Drive games are completely different, so we of course played both. I opted to only play the Mega CD version because it is essentially the same. Like, the Mega CD game contains the entirety of the Mega Drive game. So basically my main philosophy when it comes to games that have multiple versions is to try and figure out which is the kind of definitive version and play that. Obviously games that have the same title but are different games, we played all of them. You know, like every Game Boy Batman and NES Batman, Mega Drive Batman, PC Engine Batman, Arcade Batman, they're all completely different, so we played all of them. Return of the Joker on NES and Return of the Joker on Game Boy are two completely different games, so we played those. But Revenge of the Joker on the Genesis is a really terrible, weird port of the NES game. So we looked at it really briefly, but we didn't really play it. Batman Forever, the Probe game, the console game, we played the Super Nintendo version. In hindsight, I kind of wish we played the DOS version, because the DOS version seems pretty interesting. It's got some unique features and stuff that aren't in the other versions. But we didn't play the Mega Drive version. We took a very quick look at the Game Boy and Game Gear versions, but like, I didn't make it a thing to commit to play through every version, every port of every game, because some of these games have a lot of ports as well, and some of them aren't meaningfully different. And in that case, I feel like it's a little bit of a waste of time. Like, if you wanna dig super deep into it, sure, you can appreciate the differences between, let's say, the Mega Drive and Super Nintendo versions of Batman Forever, for example. There's the same game, but they're not identical. There are differences in the ports. But it's kind of, I wanted to sort of, to the best of my ability, keep it moving. Because if you're going to start playing different versions, it's harder to draw the line too, where like, all right, so Arkham Knight, do we play that on Xbox and PS4 and PC? Like, probably not, right? And other games, where the difference is justified playing different versions, that we did play those different versions. But there were some edge cases. I did not play the portable version of Lego Batman 2, despite it being a little different. But based on my research, the main mission, the levels, and the story, the cutscenes were all the same. So it's kind of a slightly watered down version of the same game. Whereas Lego Batman 1 on the DS versus consoles were like completely different levels, different mechanics, same sort of theme, similar storyline, but they were two different games. But so to return to your original question, the Sega version of Batman Returns, the cartridge version came out first, and then the CD version came out later. And the CD version basically contains the entirety of the cartridge game with the addition of new driving stages. I think personally, the driving stages from a technical standpoint are super impressive. They're really cool. They're pretty fun, but they're way, way, way too difficult. The timer is super strict. Like, they're too long and too tedious. And we used cheat codes to look at most of them, but it was like just way too hard. And if you skip out on the car stages, I think the soundtrack, which is different too, the console version, or the cartridge version, the Mega Drive version of Batman Returns, to me, has a much better soundtrack than the CD version. That's a matter of taste. I don't dislike the CD version soundtrack, but the Mega Drive cartridge version has such a unique sort of prog sound to it. I mean, if you watch these streams, you'll hear some of those tracks every now and then. In fact, why don't we play some of it? Where are we? I think this is the... Alright, this one's pretty good. Let's... Like, the instrumentation isn't the best, but the melodies and the... Like, it's not the best sounding Mega Drive soundtrack, but it's got some pretty unique compositions, and I really like it. I mean, does it sound like Batman? Maybe not, but it gives the game a very unique atmosphere that I really, really like. And I think the CD soundtrack is probably a better match for the tone of the movie. I don't know. If I'd heard the CD soundtrack first, it's very likely that I would prefer it. But this soundtrack to me it kind of goes back to playing the game in my childhood. And when I hear the CD music, it just loses a lot of energy. So I definitely prefer this. Which is my long-winded way of saying I probably should have played the cartridge game and not the CD game, but oh well. It's ancient history at this point. Yeah, so looking at the statistics, and Gundam, that's kind of exactly why I wanted to do this. This is something we started fairly late in the process, just like mapping the appearances of all these villains to see like which are the most popular, how many times did they appear, and some are a little more surprising, like in their popularity and how frequently some of them appear. Like there's no surprise that the Joker is the most popular. It's not terribly surprising that Penguin and Catwoman are not far behind, not least because they are in like 8 Batman Returns games. And Harley Quinn, of course, super popular character. She's like in everything. And I think that, like, you'll see there's that solid chunk of characters, which, yeah, sure, a lot of them are sort of iconic Batman villains in general. Mr. Freeze, Poison Ivy, Riddler, Scarecrow, Two-Face, etc. But they were also characters that were like recurring characters in the animated series, which meant that they were both in a lot of the animated series games, but they were also made, like, the animated series, I think, sort of canonized, I guess, like that group of villains as like the sort of the lead villains, I guess, in Batman. But you have other characters who didn't really appear much, like we see Firefly, Black Mask, Mr. Zass, Hush, like characters who have had a couple of appearances later on in games, or Black Mask especially has showed up a bunch in more recent games, but they didn't really have an presence in the animated series, and I feel like it's because of that we didn't really see much of them afterwards. And a character like Bane, I think, is also a fairly popular character. He's a recent character in the grand scheme of things, but it doesn't really make much difference because Bane, he's like from the late 80s, right? So Batman games didn't start coming out until 86 was the first one. And Batman in general, like with the 89 movie, Batman Returns, the TV show, like that's when Batman really became a massive thing in like popular conscience. And at that point, it doesn't really matter if the character debuted in 1947 or 1962 or 1989. Like, they've kind of always been around as far as the general audience is concerned. But it is interesting for sure. Yeah, Spencer Nilsson, one of his many CD soundtrack. Was Bane around before Nightfall? I believe that storyline is where he debuted, but I could be wrong about that. I'm not, contrary to what you might think, I'm really not an expert on Batman lore. I know he debuted in the 80s. I believe Nightfall is like the original Bane story, but I could be mistaken. In any case, we've got a couple of... let me just double check here. We added all the numbers up through game 58, Red Hood. So we need to just add a list of characters who appeared in A Matter of Family, Catwoman's Revenge, GCPD Lockdown, and A Flip of a Coin, which aren't that many, but it'll change a few things here and there, I think. So, the Joker, he was in A Matter of Family. Normally, I go through the entire list top to bottom, but I feel like it's easier to sort of just cherry pick here and add where appropriate. Harley Quinn was also in that, so she gets another number here. What was the next game? Catwoman's Revenge. Well, obviously Catwoman was in that, so that gives her one more. Just catching up with Penguin here. I'm gonna say Riddler is in that too. I mean, it's Nightfall was mid-90s. No, I think Nightfall was like 87 or something. I could be wrong again. Like I said, I'm not super knowledgeable. But I believe Nightfall was in the 80s. But I might be confusing it with Bane's debuting in the 80s and Nightfall being later. It's very possible. Don't take my word for any of this. So, as far as like counting which characters appear in these games, the standards I've tried to establish is basically if a character is mentioned or we see some reference to a character, that does not count. Seeing like a poster for whatever, there was something, I forget, there was some Solomon Grundy thing, like that doesn't count. But if Solomon Grundy is a boss fight, of course it counts. But the line I drew was either a character themselves appear on screen or the player character directly interacts with them. So Riddler in Catwoman's Revenge does not appear. We don't see him in person, but he calls the player on the phone and the player character has a conversation with him. So they interact directly, so that's, I'm going to count that. So that means the Riddler is there too. A whole bunch of them keeping even count here, 20 appearances so far. We've got a few games to get through here. GCPD Lockdown. So the Penguin is in that one. But that's pretty much it, right? There was no other... It's just Nightwing fighting a bunch of random thugs and Penguin. And the Robin episode, A Flip of a Coin, had Two-Face. And that's basically it, right? Where's Two-Face on the list? There we go. Kind of surprising to see he's like... It's surprising to me that the Two-Face... is, I don't know, trailing behind a little bit, but I guess the difference is the Two-Face was, well, maybe not. I was gonna say Two-Face didn't have as many like movie games as Catwoman or whatever, but actually, you know, he was in 2 Batman Forever games, which is about the same as Poison Ivy or Bane. So I'm a little surprised. I feel like Two-Face, it's surprising to me to see that Two-Face had only 1 more appearances than Scarecrow. 1 more appearances? 1 appearance more? I don't know. 17 versus 16. Because I feel like Two-Face is a more... I don't know. I was going to say I feel like he's a more iconic or popular villain than Scarecrow. But maybe not. I guess they're kind of on even footing, really. But there we have it. Those are the stats for now. And there's not going to be that many more games to influence these statistics. They're... you know, the Telltale games, I guess, might have room for quite a few villains. As far as ARKHAM VR, I don't even know if it has any villains in it. I don't know. Like, the game is based around some sort of crime-solving, whatever, like mystery, puzzle shit. So, who knows? Maybe the Riddler calls Batman on the phone when he's lonely. It's possible. Who knows? We'll find out soon enough. Anyway, yeah, at some point I just started getting a little curious, just you know, to see how many characters, or, you know, which characters appears in which games and everything. So that's why I started making notes of this. And I would like to, we'll see what I have time to set up, but for the finale, whenever it happens, I would like to see and think if there are any other kind of statistics that I can think of to put together. Definitely we'll do a little bit of a easier overview over kind of the top most you know, appearing villains and maybe heroes and sidekicks. I want to do some, you know, some kind of a pie charts or whatever form is best to visualize, like how many games had other playable characters, for example, and which characters were playable, that kind of thing. Maybe we'll take a very brief look at Batman in non-Batman games. That's something I would like to do, but I just realized as I said it out loud that that's going to require a lot of research, because there's a lot of them, and I haven't really put any time into setting up anything for that. But yes, I've never played the Telltale games. In fact, I've barely even seen images of them. Like, I don't know anything about them. So that's going to be pretty exciting. We've been going through a lot of stuff that isn't really new. All of the Arkham stuff, for the most part, with the exception of a few DLC things here and there, the Arkham games have just been revisiting games I've played. So I'm glad that we can end this on a, like, more unfamiliar note, I guess, you know? So it's, yeah, it's gonna be fun. I look forward to it. I look forward to Arkham VR, somewhat. I think it's gonna be fun, but it's gonna be, I don't really look forward to the work of setting everything up, but hopefully, hopefully it'll be worth it. So this is going to be it for today, for tonight. I really need to get something to eat. I'm starving. I didn't think this would take 7-8 hours, but I'm glad we got it all done. So, like I said, I need to spend a little bit of time figuring out how to do Arkham VR in a reasonable way. In the meantime, I'm sure I will want to stream other stuff. I'm a little exhausted at this very second to think of what else I would be streaming. We might play a little bit more of this bad boy, Doom on the PS1. We've only got a few more levels left of Doom 1. I'm not sure if we're going to delve into the Doom 2 levels, but of course, versus fighting game viewer requests will happen semi-regularly as well. I'm trying to think. There's some other like Steam games and stuff I was looking at not too long ago. We'll see. I think we'll come back to random crazy shit, which is also kind of why I want to wrap up on the Batman stuff. I've been enjoying this for sure, but I look forward to not having this kind of hanging over my shoulders and being able to just stream whatever whenever I feel like it. It'll be nice to kind of be done with this. It brings with it a certain sense of closure and satisfaction for sure. Just setting out to do a project like this and finishing it like 2+ years later. There's some really cool songs on this soundtrack for sure. I wouldn't say it's in my top Mega Drive soundtracks, but it's definitely good. I really like it. Anyway, that's going to be it for today. As always, I recommend that you follow my Twitter or check out my Discord server if you want to stay afloat on when streams are happening, because I do stream at a somewhat irregular schedule, or have for the most part. I'm trying to do at least, well, I shouldn't say at least, but I'm trying to do 2 to 3 streams weekly nowadays. Usually it's like Tuesdays, Fridays, Saturdays-ish, but last week, or this week, I guess, I streamed Monday, Thursday, Saturday. So it's I guess it's a little different every week, but I do almost always shout out on Twitter and Discord whenever I feel like I've got a stream in the works. So that's your best bet for keeping on top of that. Thank you very, very much for everyone choosing to spend their Saturday hanging out here. Hope you guys enjoyed watching. I had a great time playing, even though I'm a little exhausted now. Stick around for another 2 minutes, and we'll send you guys to some other lovely person who might be streaming. We'll figure out who. Take care, everyone. Stay safe in these times, and thanks for watching. Peace. Bye.